in 2 years' time has become the #1 food brand. Now think about it. This is not just the #1 meat brand. This is with all of our extraordinary food, all of those incredible desserts, all those incredible snacks, all the different kinds of ribs and bacon and you name it. That's saying something. #1 most recommended, won the award for it, and this is the first ever hour. So we're going to really switch gears here. It says ribeye, but this is a very different kind of ribeye.
Yes, you know, I'm so excited to bring this to you because this is the very first time. And I will tell you, it also happens to be my favorite piece of pork. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about the prime rib, which is coming up later, that beautiful piece of prime rib of beef. Well, that's what this is in pork. So I don't even like to call these chops because what they really are steaks. These are prime pork rib steaks. And what I want you to look at is, look at the juice inside of these.
Yeah.
Now remember,
that's not a dry pork chop, I'll tell you that.
No, exactly, and that's why I don't like to call it a pork chop. Remember, the ribeye is the richest piece of meat on the animal, whether it is a piece of beef or a piece of pork. So why not take that same thought and put a prime pork rib steak out? And that's what we did. What I want you to know is that this is not your grandmother's pork chop. This isn't that pork chop that you're going to put in the oven and you're going to cook, and when you take it out, it's going to be cardboard. All I want you to do is the tip of the day on this, 145 degrees.
Yeah.
No more 160, 165, 145 degrees. Pull it out, and you will get a piece of prime rib pork. Like, look at that.
By the way, can we talk the value, like bang for the buck meat for what you're getting? This is 10 of these. These are 7 ounce. 10 of these for 2 easy payments of $24.99. Like, you are getting a ton of meat here. In fact, I love this example that you've got up here where you cut it in half and stuffed it, did the stuffed pork chop, and you can do that and still have a big pork chop on top and a big pork chop on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm going to show you that.
They're so thick.
I'm going to show you that in a minute, but here's what I want you to look at. So look at these steaks. I actually go ahead and I cut these into strips, but I want to show you again, fork tender. This is how fork tender these are. So Rick, you go ahead and do that and try that. I mean, look at fork tender. Now, when you eat this, you will never go back to eating any other pork. It is that good.
What kind of seasoning you put on that?
So this, I like to use just a little black pepper and a little bit of kosher salt. That's all.
It, huh?
That's what's there. Yes.
That's what's there.
And every bite will, right? People eat that.
So juicy.
And this is one of the most favorite items at the butcher shop. The people come into the butcher shop and they go, I've never had pork like this before.
I never have either.
No, and the reason being, we know where our pork comes from. Remember, we know these small family farmers that are supplying us with pork that is just incredible. And the nicest part about this, these particular hogs come from the state of Pennsylvania. These are local hogs which are fed nothing but vegetables. That's why you get that.
Oh, no kidding.
Is that incredible?
Well, you know what? That's a great story, isn't it?
It is the most incredible piece of meat. And
boy, that's incredible. That's fantastic. And to my point made earlier, you want to take this to a whole nother level and go gourmet with your, and you go, what are we having tonight? We're having pork ribeye steak. So for a lot of people, they're not going to know what you're talking about. But look, auto delivery, by the way, is available. That's, again, every 90 days for 1 full year. You lock in. It's featured price. It's 2 easy payments, and the shipping and handling is absolutely free. What'd you put inside there, Ray?
So all we did is we did some spinach, and we did a little bit of cheese and onions, and look at how beautiful that is. Again, we took what people think is a normal pork chop, and we have turned it into something incredibly special.
My wife watching right now. Amy, get these. These are really, really good. Now, we don't do this. Like, we've never ever tried this. This is a bit of a rarity, isn't it?
It is, you know.
Most of America doesn't know what a pork ribeye is.
No, exactly. And again, I refer to it as a steak because this is going to eat as tender, as moist, and as juicy as a steak. It is just incredible. You know, I tell people all the time when they come into the butcher shop, because they ask me, Ray, what's new this week? What can I get? And this is where I always go with them. I say, trust me. Trust me on this product. You put this product in your mouth, and you will never eat another type of pork steak ever.
Ever again.
And it's prime rib. It's prime of a pork. It is just incredible.
Man, you could serve this holiday.
You could serve this so many ways. Look at that. Look how simple that was. And again, we're getting a lot of prime rib.
But here's what you're getting, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 7 ounce. So literally, lots of pounds of these ribeye steaks coming your way. You've got them seared and looking beautiful. Give us the Rastelli tip on how to make it.
So my tip on this, again, because this is a nice thick steak, I love to be able to sear that, because when I sear it on the outside, I actually sear the juices inside. So quick sear on both sides, and again, take that, stick it right in the oven for literally 4 or 5 minutes, pull it out, and you've got a prime rib pork steak that you'll never, ever, ever be disappointed
I
in.
know you love giving us a tip. You also love being the butcher. So
I do.
give us a little butcher tip on these.
So if you take a look at these are the prime rib steaks. So look at this muscle. This muscle is just like a steak, except it's pork. And that's what we look for. We look for this beautiful marbling inside here. That marbling is what gives us the flavor. It gives us the texture, the tenderness. Believe me, if you don't try anything, try these. This is an item that you will come back for over and over and over.
By the way,
that good.
my producer just said, dude, are you pacing yourself? The answer is no, Chunky, no, I'm not. I am really loving this, and it's so good. 800 people are shopping right now, and you're loving this. It's brand new today. So the other meat, right? The other white meat.
The other white meat.
Right?
That's what this
not an
is.
opportunity.
Yes.
I mean, a huge opportunity. Not a bad idea to bring these home and say, I'm going to try them out. 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, 2 easy payments, free shipping and handling, and we still have to come. We have the brand new tenderloin tips, the ultimate value when it comes to the filet mignon, and we have the prime rib coming up. The sirloins, fewer than 400 of these to go around, and that's it.
You
so
will
everything's
not be
selling out.
disappointed.
How are we doing with that one-day only price, by the way? Well, guess what? I'm going to give you the update right now to let you